Most women over 60 own the right clothes and still look ordinary every single day because nobody ever told them the 7 rules that turned those exact pieces into the outfits French women in their 60s wear on repeat. I'm about to give you all 7, counting down from 7 to the single rule that changes more than any other, and I'm attaching the non-negotiable rule to each one. Miss even one of these, and the whole system quietly falls apart. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to reach for and how to wear it, so you never again stand in front of a full closet feeling like you own nothing. This is the capsule wardrobe over 60 that actually works, not because it's trendy, but because every piece in it follows a rule, and the women who look expensive without trying are simply the women who learned these rules years ago and never stopped using them. Welcome to Timeless Style Living, your home for practical, no-fluff style advice for women over 60. Hit subscribe now if any of this already feels true, because you're going to want the rest of this list. Before we start counting down, a quick gut check. Out of the 7 pieces I'm about to walk through, how many do you already own, sitting untouched in the wrong outfit, doing none of the work they're capable of? Keep a running number in your head. I'm going to ask for it at the end. Number 7, the piece almost everyone underrates, the one most women over 60 have quietly stopped reaching for, the ballet flat or the loafer. Here's the shift nobody explains. A heel forces your body to compensate for an angle. A flat lets your weight settle evenly, and something happens that has nothing to do with fashion at all. Your posture straightens on its own, and your pace slows down. A woman who moves slowly and deliberately through a room reads as more confident than a woman who's rushing every single time. That's not styling advice. That's how the human eye reads movement. The rule, and it's strict, the toe stays rounded, never pointed, because a rounded toe reads as approachable, and a pointed one reads as guarded. And skip every embellishment. No buckle, no logo, no metallic stud. A quiet shoe lets you be the statement instead of your footwear. Most women assume the shoe is the last thing anyone notices. The women who look effortless know it's often the first. Number 6. The piece people call an accessory and completely underestimate, the square silk scarf. 30 inches of fabric, and it does more personality per square inch than almost anything else you own. The rule is that it only ever gets tied loosely, never tightly, because a scarf that looks like the wind placed it reads as effortless, and a scarf that looks knotted on purpose reads as trying too hard. Loop it once at the collar over a plain top, and it looks like 20 minutes of thought that took you 4 seconds. Tie it through the handle of a plain bag, and suddenly the bag looks intentional instead of just functional. Knotted that the nape of a low bun and an ordinary updo turns into something that looks almost sculptural. And here's the rule that saves you money for years. Choose a print you genuinely love, not a color you're drawn to today, because a color will bore you by next spring, and a print you love will still be exactly right 5 years from now. Most women build a scarf drawer. The women who look put together build a scarf signature. Number 5. This is the piece most women over 60 have already quietly retired, and it's a mistake costing them more than they realize. The tailored blazer. Specifically, one with a real structured shoulder, not a fitted, nipped waist jacket built for someone else's body. A strong shoulder line does for your entire silhouette what an hour in front of the mirror never could. It says, "I am here," before you say a single word. The rule that defines this piece completely: push the sleeves. Don't roll them, don't fold them. Push them about 2 inches above the wrist. That one detail is the difference between a blazer that looks borrowed and a blazer that looks like it belongs to you specifically. Wear it buttoned over a simple knit for structure on a day that needs it, or drape it over your shoulders with no arms in the sleeves for something that reads as completely unbothered, though we both know exactly how considered it actually is. This is the piece that quietly puts you back in the room. We're halfway through, and I want to pause here, because number 4 is the one that shocked me the most when I first understood why it works. Number 4, the signature necklace. And this one is personal in a way none of the others are. Not a jewelry box full of options rotated by mood. One chain, one pendant, worn again and again until people start associating it with you specifically. The rule is the most restrictive on this entire list and also the most powerful one. Never wear a necklace and statement earrings together. Pick one focal point for the face and let everything else go quiet. It sounds almost too small to matter, and yet ignoring this single rule is the #1 styling mistake women make after 60, layering on so many decisions at once that not one of them can actually be heard. Once you settle on your one piece, something interesting starts happening. Other women start asking what you're wearing, not because it's expensive, but because it's consistent, and consistency reads as identity. That's the difference between being noticed for your jewelry and being noticed for you. Number 3. The silk or silk feel blouse, the piece that quite literally changes the light around your face. Silk drapes instead of clinging, and it catches light and throws a soft glow upward, which is the single most flattering thing any fabric can do once you're past 60. The rule is the half tuck, front only, loose, never yanked. It reads as considered instead of accidental, and it takes exactly 4 seconds longer than tucking the whole thing in, which tells you precisely how little effort real elegance requires. Keep the jewelry quiet with this one, small earrings or none at all, because the blouse is already the moment, and making it compete with anything else is how a genuinely good outfit starts to look overworked instead of finished. Number 2, the piece that gives you a completely different relationship with a room the second you put it on, the trench coat. It has survived over a century of fashion cycles for one reason. It creates a strong vertical line and changes your posture the instant you wear it. Shoulders back, chin up, and you genuinely walk differently in it than you do without it. The rule is strict. Belt it or leave it open, but never button it closed to the throat. Belted and cinched, it becomes structure and quiet authority. Left open and unbelted, draped loosely, it frames whatever you're wearing underneath the way a frame elevates a painting. And here's the detail that separates a woman wearing a trench coat from a woman who's made it her signature. Leave the bottom 2 buttons undone so the coat moves when you walk. A coat that moves reads as alive. A coat sealed shut reads as armor, and armor is the opposite of what we're building here. Before I give you number 1, understand this. Every rule up to this point has been about how you're perceived. The final piece is different. It's the one everything else is quietly built on top of. Number 1, the wide or straight leg trouser in a neutral, and this is the foundation the other 6 pieces have been standing on the entire time. A trouser that skims instead of clinging creates one long, unbroken line from your waist to the floor, and that single line does more for how tall and put together you look than any diet or any heel ever will. The rule is the proportion rule, and it overrides every other styling decision you make. Loose trouser, fitted top. Fitted trouser, looser top. Always one loose and one closer to the body. 2 loose pieces together erase your waist completely. 2 fitted pieces together can read stiff and overworked. This one rule alone fixes more outfits than anything else on this list. And the color choice most women get wrong: skip black as your automatic default. Reach for camel, navy, or warm stone instead, because these tones reflect light up toward your face instead of absorbing it. And at this stage of life, every bit of reflected light is working in your favor, not against. So there's your countdown, 7 to 1. And here's what I actually want you to take from it. Every rule you just heard exists for the same reason: to stop you from negotiating with your closet every single morning. Not more clothes, fewer decisions, made once with real attention, and then trusted. That's the entire system French women in their 60s are quietly running, and now you're running it too. If any one of these rules landed for you, hit like right now. It genuinely tells this channel to put this in front of more women exactly like you. And I want your number. Out of the 7 rules I just gave you, which one are you breaking the most right now, today? Drop the number, 7 through 1, in the comments. I read every single one, and the answers always surprise me. If this is the first timeless style living video you've watched, subscribe, because next week I'm breaking down the 3 colors this entire 7-piece system is actually built around, and one of them is going to surprise you completely. Miss it, and you'll be building this wardrobe with the wrong foundation underneath it. Until then, stop negotiating with your closet and get dressed like every single piece was a decision, because from now on, it is.